So we're finishing up with Ecclesiastes chapter 11. We're on verse 7. Again, these moves are Christian moves, but we also use Solomon and his wisdom, even from a secular standpoint. And I wouldn't advise you to just be secular, but I'm saying the things that he says are wise regardless. And these are moves that a person should make. Verse 7 says, light is sweet, and it pleases the eyes to see the sun. However many years anyone may live, let them enjoy them all. So Solomon is saying, enjoy yourself. And one of the things I find with some Christians, and the black Christian in particular, and I'm not singling anybody out, but I grew up black. I was born black. And I observed black Christians. And we have a problem. It's instilled in us that a Christian shouldn't enjoy themselves. Now, we'll talk about enjoying yourself at church and singing and shouting, and we sure had a good time at church, and that's great. But I'm talking about when it comes to spending money on ourselves. Now, it's an oxymoron, or it's funny because I'll say the black Christian has a problem with spending money on themselves, but at the same time, in the black community, people throw away their money. And I'm sure this happens in other communities, but I'm talking about my community, right? In particular, my community, and more importantly, my community is Christians in general, not just black Christians, but I'm trying to make a point here. And the point is you work for it, you sure enjoy it, but we need to do it appropriately. If you want to go out and you've made enough money and you want to go out and buy a fancy car, I said buy it, right? But it needs to be appropriate for your income level, right? If you want the big house with many rooms, I said go out and get it. Go out and build it. But it needs to be appropriate for your income level, right? And I'm not saying even if you have a high income or a lot of money, you have to have a big one, because some people are minimalist. I am a minimalist to a certain degree. I don't require the big mansion. I do not require the big fancy car. Doesn't do anything for me. Don't desire it, right? I don't desire shiny things, jewelry, things that tinsel. Don't desire it. I'm not saying somebody's wrong if they go out and buy that. You like watches and you got the income level to support that. I have no problem with it. And so when we talk about these things, we're not talking about people that can afford it, people that have the appropriate income level for that. If you can afford it and you still have money left to provide and to secure wealth for your family, then you ought to get it. My problem is the ones that don't have it. That's what hurts me when I see people that don't have it, don't have the income level to support it. And I want to coach them to live like no one else so they can live like no one else. And I think that's the way Dave Ramsey says it. So you have to make those sacrifices now, so later on you can buy those things. So enjoy yourself. Stay tuned.